everyone, welcome back. I have these fun pockets for you today. You can use them as journal inserts, gift card holders, anything really, just like fun little pockets just to, gift. But I used this pretty botanical paper today. And yes, I used the printables, you guys. I am so addicted to the printables now. I cannot stop. It's like you know what it is? It's the instant satisfaction you get when you can just purchase and download and you don't have to wait in the mail, and I really love that. But guess what, my ink is running out, so that's another problem. But anyways, this is just an adorable tutorial I got off a channel called Bonnie and Clive. Clive is Clive, but I use my sewing machine, which you guys know I don't really use my sewing machine often, but I just thought it was the prettiest touch with these papers. So you're gonna have the little pocket here, here, and then you have one here and here. So you have about 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. And you could just see I did them all different. You don't have to do them vintage look. You can absolutely use Maggie Holmes or whatever it is, Paige, whatever you want to use for this. But I am using a thinner paper. Like I literally am using just printer paper because it's just thin and I liked building on it with the sewing. And if you got the printable that we used from the other day, then this is just an example of it not stitched, and I just glued it and I added some of the glitter trim on it, which you could see looks really pretty. So it's the holiday season and I had saw these prints, but I should be using Christmas paper, but I just couldn't help myself. So you can just see the difference, and you can use any size paper to do this technique. But of course I'm going to share the papers I'm using. So just because these printables just had these pretty papers, I used it just as the size, and you can see it's folding because it's literally just printer paper. So they ended up being about 4.5 by 6 inches. Okay, so we're actually using 2 sheets for one of these pocket things. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that aside and just pick out 2 that you want. Now this is just super easy to do. I'm going to just, kind of, and this is also for a single set of paper. I'm just going to take it, and you could fold it this way or whatever this way. It just depends which way your pocket is going to face. So you could see some of them face. Oops, that's not a good example, is it? One faces this way and one faces that way, like this part. So I'm just going to go ahead and go this way because that's just, I'm a lefty and I naturally want to do that. As a righty, you may want to do it the other way. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold that down like that. And we're going to take this and fold it down this way, kind of like you're making a paper airplane, if you guys remember doing that. And then once you do that, we're just going to go ahead and flip this over, and you can swing this, Oops, I'm sorry, I have my paper wrong. So once you do that, you're going to put it, so let me just do that again because I don't want to confuse you guys. So we're going to fold your paper, put it here, okay, and then we're going to turn it around, and that corner is just going to be sticking that way. And basically what we're going to do is just fold this way. So it looks like that. So the paper size she used, which I don't remember what it is. I don't even think she said. I think she just grabbed something out of like a book page or something. This ended up lining up with this. So it really depends what paper size you're using. And also this one may, if you have a different size paper, this may come out a little bit and you can just fold it back. So the paper will end up doing different things. But I actually liked this shorter and I left it because I just liked how it gave me like this extra room right here for a pocket. Okay, so once you do that, we're just going to take this piece right here, and all we're doing is fold, and it's the same size, the 4.5 by 6 inches, and we're just going to fold it, and that's it. And next we're going to, so I'm going to have this open end right here, and we're just going to kind of like stick this. So this is all preference of like how you want it. So you could even put it in the middle, you know what I mean? But for me, I'm just going to kind of stick it on the edge like that. And this is actually, if you're using your sewing machine, you can just sew this and you don't have to glue any of this on. You could just sew right here and right there. but I do want to just ink that little white part because you see, if you're using double-sided paper or something, it's fine, but I'm not. So let me just use, like, I'm trying to use a lighter color today. Maybe just to brighten this up a little bit, because I know that one got a little dark on me. So if you want to ink it up, do it now before you glue or sew everything on. And that's actually good. I don't need to do anything crazy. But I want to give this one a more like peach look. So what we'll do is go ahead and glue all this on. So let me go ahead and do this piece first. Isn't this fun and just easy? And yes, they are addicting. You could see I did a couple. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the glue on right here. And I'm going to add some on the bottom here. And basically this is going to be a little pocket, so you can just add some more glue. I'm just going to glue it on right here. And the thing is, it's so pretty, you don't even want to use all the pockets because you want your papers to show. So just remember, you need that little opening right here to slip whatever it is that you're going to slip in there. And it's over here snoring. And I'm going to just thumb notch that right there. So, and you see how I have a little bit of that white there? I'm just going to fix that. You could either trim it, or just, for me, you can just hide it with some ink. Of course, if you're not using ink, you can't do that. And I'm just going to glue this in. And this is almost like a cute little book too. I mean, you don't even have to close it if you're doing some sort of album. Obviously use a more sturdier paper, but it would be a cute just front pocket here, like a little mini album. It doesn't have to have this part. So there you go. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. And some of this came from the kit, so I just kind of, it had these, let me show you. So this printable here, which I will post the printable, but I want to show you this page that it came with. It came with this page, and it was all these pretty little things. I ended up making like tickets with it because I thought it was perfect for that, but obviously this can go on. There's so many things you can do with this, but that was just one of the things I did. So I'm just going to put that ticket right in the front there. And just kind of adding some little fun things so you guys can see what's going on in there. This one is to a different kit, by the way, but just wanted to put that in there. So there is that. And if you want to leave it vintage, and if you're a newbie here and you're not familiar with the glitter part, that I just use my glitter tape and put that on there and just put the glitter strip. I'll do it with maybe like the next one. Here, let's do one more just because these are so much fun to do. All right, let's grab it. So maybe if that was confusing, maybe this time it'll be easier. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. This time, let me just do it this way. So get a different pocket. And I'm going to go ahead and move all this other way so it doesn't confuse you. Fold that. And then flip it around and go ahead and do your pocket. So again, some of you may have this thing where it's going like this. All you got to do is push it back, because this is just a pocket ledge. And then some of you, it may match up depending your pocket size. Oh, this thing is like shaking against my desk. Okay. Again, I just want this to blend in just because there's so much white going on the background. And then with this one, all I'm doing is folding it. Very easy. I just love this technique. It's so funny because a lot of channels I feel like are very consistent, and my channel is all over the place. It's crazy. So you see how I had that one on that side, so this is facing the other way. So I'm just, you know, it's all preference. I like this side because my leftiness wants to look that way. But I don't know. I'm just curious what side you guys would do. So let me close this up or sew it if you want to do that. So yeah, no, I noticed like either the channels are more like junk journal style, or, you know, just everyone has their flow of things that they do, and mine is all over the place because I just get so bored. I like to do different things, and I like to try new things. So one day I might be colorful, one day I might be shabby, one day it might be vintage. But I think that is confusing for followers who are committed to like certain things. And of course, the pocket where you put it is all preference. You could put it on the left, the right. And I'm very sloppy with this today, I'm sorry. Put it in the middle. I'm gonna put mine on the edge here, because I like to have a little bit of room for that pocket in there for whatever you want to put in there. And another tip that I thought while doing this is, did I not glue that down all the way? Is before you seal this, like if you're doing this for gifting, it would be really cool to maybe put some twine. So if you have like a charm or something, you could maybe squeeze that in there and put it in and thread it before you make that pocket. And I had almost done that, but I don't really have Christmas charms. I don't know what's going on. I don't have Christmas charms. I don't have regular charms. I only have those Halloween charms right now. I'm just going to glue this down. And like that. And this one is pretty bland right now just because I use such muted colors. So let me show some of the newbies my little trick, which is just some red line tape, because sometimes people don't know what kind of tape this is. And I've seen in the comments. Sorry, you guys, I'm so behind in my comments. I keep trying to catch up, but it's like weeks and weeks of comments. When you miss comments, it's done. When you just don't respond right away, or you can't. So the red line tape is a double-sided tape, or you can use double-sided. It doesn't have to be red line. And my blooper is never using my bone folder to do this, and it ends up not coming up. So you saw that I did it, you guys, and it's still coming up. Let me just grab this. Okay, this side's good. So once I do this and lift it up, I'm going to add some glitter on it. I think I'm going to use gold for this one. I had used a muted color before, but this one is screaming gold because of the yellow. Let's see how this one comes out. Yes, that's nice. And then with the, what did I do here? I ended up putting it on this part. So you see how I did that? That's actually, it doesn't actually go all the way through. I cheated a bit, and it's only up to here. So if you do that, and you don't want to obviously get all the way down there because it's wasteful for the glitter, for the tape, just do what I did and just cheat a little bit and take it here, and make sure you don't close your pocket, because I do think I closed my pocket there, and just put it right here. Actually, that little piece is going to drive me crazy, but hopefully it won't be too noticeable. I think if I put something in there, it won't be noticeable. By the way, my son said his throat hurt this morning, and I was like, you better not be getting sick again. I can't. I'm using the leftover glitter on here, you guys, so sorry about that. It's just kind of easier. I gotta get that one spot there so it doesn't look like I missed the tape with it. So it looks like that. And that is really pretty. And of course you can just add your little, like, it's like the pockets are so pretty you don't even want to ruin it. You don't even want to show it. So for this, I had printed this on this paper, and I was just testing them out, so I didn't put it on the thicker paper, which I am using the 45 weight that I actually had some that I never used, and I was saving it for something like this. So it came out perfect because it was recommended too. And like I said, these are just printing, but they print really different, you know, on printer paper and the other paper. I feel like it's more vibrant when you don't use it. So anyway, here is this. And you see I made a little tab here with this, so you can just do something like that, just to make it a little extra on the side here. I'm just kind of grabbing things because I forgot to cut them for that. And you can see how filled up and pretty it looks. I'm gonna put one in another pocket just so you can see. So yeah. Oh my goodness, I gotta get this out of the way. I think this is taking away, this mess here is taking away from the way it actually looks. But this is the result for the pretty things that we made. So you can see you don't actually need to sew it. But if you do have a sewing machine, it really just gives you that extra special look with the gold thread. And I get my gold thread from Walmart, but it's not the newer sewing machines. It's like an older one. So I use the older spool. But anyways, all right, guys, that is it. And just FYI, this is the ink I'm using because I know I've been getting, what are your favorite inks? So Tattered Rose is, these are, let me just show you guys. My inks that I typically use when I'm doing this is the Marigold, the Tattered Rose, and the Vintage Photo. I think these three are probably my favorite when I'm doing something like this. So for those who have been asking, there they are. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me and hope you enjoy these pockets as much as me. All right, guys.